Sorry, go do the start.
No, do the start. I think he's gonna end up interviewing me.
No, do the start.
Do the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do my intro that you guys rehearsed.
I can't even take you serious.
Dude, this is not.
This is gonna be bad.
Not part of my rider at all. I had to introduce myself. You want me to introduce
I normally
myself?
don't find people funny, but
this is a very bold statement to make about yourself.
Welcome back to Unlocked. I'm really excited for this I really, honestly, going into it, I wasn't super excited, but like now that you're here, I'm really excited.
Starts out hurtful, but all right. Yeah. What are we unlocking exactly?
Oh, what are we unlocking? Okay, so we've got John Crist.
Oh, yeah.
Not gonna lie, I stalked your Instagram the other day, and
That's my camera. That's yours.
Well, you just look at me.
Oh, okay. I'd like don't.
Yeah.
Well, you're looking in there.
Well, I did because I said welcome back.
Oh, then you're gonna turn to me?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All
Okay.
right.
So I looked at your Instagram
Yeah.
and I died.
I'll take it.
Like, you're hilarious.
Thank you. That's very kind. Well, I'm a stand-up comedian, so
Okay,
yeah.
so let's go through it. So
Okay,
you were trying to explain this to me. What's the difference between a comedian and a stand-up?
Okay, say somebody's a comedian, like everybody, like somebody can make funny videos on TikTok and they could be a comedian.
Okay.
But a stand-up, like Dave Chappelle would be a stand-up. Kevin Hart would be both.
Okay.
But you're like, they because a lot of times we'd say that comedy's it's hard to do. It's very scary. It's scary to go. There's an open mic night at Zany's every Monday. We'll give you like 3 minutes.
Me?
That'd be scary, right?
Oh, I would die.
What would you do? What would you say? What would you talk about?
I would put Chloe up there.
Yeah, you wouldn't even. It's scary.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do it.
But making a video on the internet about like, and you can edit it and make sure, and then if it doesn't go good in 30 minutes, if it doesn't like get on the algorithm, you can just delete it. Or if you have a burner account, it's the barrier to entry to being a comedian is now with social media is zero.
Yeah.
You can just everybody can be one. You can put comedian in your bio and you're like, I'm a comedian.
Okay. So stand up, it just takes a little more talent.
Well, it takes a little more practice and a little bit more vulnerability. You know, if you're speaking of unlocking things, you know, that's what we're here for. Yeah. You have to unlock the fear. Wouldn't you say, what is a career that like if you could do it, you would?
If I could?
Like being a model.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say if a woman thought that she had the capability to do that, she would?
Yeah.
I would think the same for like a NASCAR driver, or like a football player. If you thought
I was meant to be a NASCAR driver, by the way.
Yeah, really? Do you like driving?
Oh, I'd love driving fast.
Dude, we're gonna get along just fine.
Yeah.
If somebody did think they had the ability to be a comic, I believe that they would.
Well, no shit.
Yeah. Oh, do we cuss on this pod? Okay, all right. No, I just didn't know what the rules were, but okay, go ahead. Your pod, I guess.
Of course.
Oh,
if you think you can do something, you're going to do it.
If you think you could be great at it. But if you were like, I could be an accountant, I don't want to do that.
Oh, no, I don't.
So there are jobs that are like but like if you thought you had the ability to be in the NBA,
yeah,
you would.
Heck yeah.
That's how I feel about stand-up
I really
comedy.
like to date them, though. I don't like
you like to date the NBA players?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Kardashian energy. That's a fact. Yeah, they date NBA players.
They do.
Yeah.
That's
but
fine.
it's cool to be seen courtside. You don't like it wears off?
Honestly, they're all
Let me
cheaters,
think.
so it's fine.
Are they NBA players? What's the best? What would be the best one to date? Football, too big. There's no sideline. Football?
No.
You've dated a football player?
Well, kinda. And then he came out as gay.
We'll
after.
ask him. After?
Yeah.
And how do you have such confidence after that?
Well, I didn't sleep with him. I didn't sleep with him.
Well, then he would have been straight for sure.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. Aggressive. That's probably why. Yeah. We lost another one.
Lost another one. It's fine.
He was a football player and then he came out.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Baseball.
There was a very big baseball player that I will not mention their name, but married and had one of the biggest contracts in history and is messaging me. Not current, but this was probably...
Derek Jeter.
No.
Oh, don't mention.
No, it's not, but that's not it. That's not even him. This is different, you know. And this
he had a what? Big contract?
Yeah, this was like back when he got married too.
But you wouldn't like look at a guy and like judge him based on how much money he makes. So I don't know why you would look up his contract. It'd be a weird thing to look up. But no, that's right. Go ahead. Yeah, it's all about his personality.
John,
you're right.
Shut up.
How would you look up a guy's contract?
I'm just saying he's a very well-known guy. It was my way of saying who it was without saying who it was.
Oh, you didn't know how much, but you assumed.
No, but you were going back.
Oh, this is on track, I feel like.
So you're a stand-up comedian.
I'm a stand-up comic. Yes.
Yeah.
Stand-up comic or comedian.
Comedian?
Yeah, depends.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
Well, I feel like my dad was a preacher.
My grandfather's a Southern Baptist minister.
Really? Yeah. That makes sense about
Trauma.
you then. Yeah, a lot of it. Yeah. Did you grow up in church or no?
Yeah, kind of.
So no, all right. Yeah.
I went to a private Christian school my whole life.
Really?
Then went
what
to
state? What
Lipscomb.
city? What city?
And
you went to Lipscomb?
Yeah.
Oh, you are from here then?
Well, no, I mean I'm from Atlanta, but like I went to
I'm from
Lipscomb
Atlanta
University.
too.
No, you're not.
Lilburn, Georgia.
What?
Yeah, you know where that is? By Norcross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Gwinnett
Really?
at GAC.
No, you weren't. I went to Providence.
This is weird.
Right down the road.
Yeah.
You're like our biggest rival.
Yeah, we kicked y'all's.
We should. Oh, now you're just editing yourself.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna try to.
We should have. How did we not put that together?
I don't know. I didn't really do my research.
No, neither one of us did. You're like, you literally went to the same high school. We're like, oh shoot. You went to GACS?
Yeah.
What year did you graduate?
I don't really remember because.
That's a lie. Dude.
No, well, because
you know some guy you dated's end a contract about how much money he made, but you don't know when you graduated high school.
I guess it was 20.
Oh, we don't have. You don't want to
16?
say it. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
15? I don't know. I graduated
Right on.
early.
Right on Indian Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, GACS is huge.
That's
It
weird.
used to be GACS.
It's
Now it's GAC.
I don't know. Why does it matter?
Crazy. So you went there and you weren't even Christian?
No, I was.
You're not anymore?
No, I'm just saying, like, I grew up going to a private Christian school. My grandfather's a Southern Baptist minister, but it wasn't like I was in church every weekend.
Facts.
But the viewpoints of Southern Baptist ministers, like back in the day, are. Whew.
You're in deep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right by isn't the Brewster's, the ice cream there? Right across the street.
How did we get to ice cream?
Yeah, because we were on GACS. Where you went to, that's where I would take girls on dates to that. I had to go over to the enemy territory to your school.
Oh, wow. You're a fancy date.
Well, I don't want to brag, but I had money back then. But 2 scoops, whatever you want, girl.
Okay, so your dad?
Yeah, my dad was mayor of Lilburn.
No way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ever get like a DUI or anything down there, then you let me know.
I think I'll be okay.
They're making judgments. Yeah. No, so we grew up the same. So my dad was always like, I was always like, kind of like cutting up. I was one of 8 kids.
8?
Yeah. That's like literally.
They clearly didn't believe in
That's literally
protection.
in the first paragraph of the bio that I sent over, but you didn't read any of it. But that's okay. We'll get to know each other naturally. I guess
that you got canceled in 2019.
Yeah. That's as far as you got.
Public relationship gone bad.
That's not true. Neither one of those are true. But all right.
That said it in your bio.
I did. My bio would not say that.
And you went to rehab.
The worst things about me, it says in my bio.
Yeah.
Who sent you this bio? Yeah.
Was that? No, it was sent to us. It was an email that was sent to us.
That's fine. Yeah. Here we are.
Okay, so I did do my research.
Yeah, that's right. All those things are correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of.
Okay,
yeah.
so you grew up in a very Christian.
Yeah, real Christian. My dad's a preacher, and we would always like kind of like cutting up, or like we'd always sit in the back of like. That's pretty much what a comedian is a guy that sits in the back of anything and goes. Not with it. Whether it's a sporting event, a Tony Robbins seminar, it's the guy like the guy critical in the back on. Come on, that's all a comedian does, and he does that to politics, to religion, to your boss. He goes, come on.
Okay.
It's just the things that my show. What I like to say is like I go, hey, this show is just a group text with your friends out loud.
Oh God,
right?
That's hilarious.
Because you see whatever on the news, and you go, okay, but you're a public figure. I'm a public figure.
So what led to you getting canceled?
What led to me getting? All right, this is nice transition.
Well, you're
right
talking
there.
about canceling.
No, it's true. Yeah. Well, I was like performing at a bunch in churches.
What?
Does that make sense?
What?
I was like doing a lot of comedy in
like
church.
Okay.
Because my dad was a preacher, so I came up at the comedy clubs like everybody else, and then basically I was doing like that. It's hard to make a living doing comedy.
Yeah.
It's next to near impossible. So I was like, all my comedy's clean, because it always has been.
Okay.
Just because that's who I grew up. That's how you grew up too. But something went wrong with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. No, we'll pray for you though. We'll pray. It's fine. It's fine. No.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I need it. I need it.
Yeah, but I was doing a lot of comedy in churches, but I was also like living like a regular guy.
What does that mean?
Like I was just like dating and like drinking and like doing
like sleeping around.
Yeah, you can't do all that in not like all like what you say with the NBA player. What'd you say? I didn't like sleep with him. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. That he was like, you're like just being not a good guy, but in being a regular guy.
Yeah, a regular guy.
But in church,
that's bad.
You can't do that.
No.
Yeah. So it's basically like I describe it as like a situation where like if they were like, hey, you work for a company and they say no jeans at the office and you wore jeans at the office, they're like, you're fired. You're like, that's a silly rule. But like, well, that's the rule.
That's the rule.
So
the church canceled you.
Yeah, just like that's in the New Testament. If someone sins, get them out. Don't ever talk to them again.
Oh, that's
a joke. But you missed it. Dang it. That's fine. I said, just like Jesus, when somebody does something bad, cast them out.
Gotcha.
That's the opposite of what he did.
It's okay. I got you. I'm still blonde.
Yeah. So, well, basically that I was like, just like not, I would say not like what everybody gets canceled for, I think now is like you see a politician and they're like, hey, everyone needs to wear a mask. Right. Mm-hmm. And then you see them not wearing a mask.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you told us
to do this and you're not.
Yeah, or like if you saw like a fitness model that was like telling you how to eat and then you saw them at McDonald's, you'd be like, wait, you told us to do that. Wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's anybody that's living incongruent with who they say they are.
So it was just because you were like drinking and
yeah, I was drinking. I wasn't sleeping around, but I was like, for Christianity, there was like if a girl would like come over to my hotel room or something like that, and there was like, hey,
you
there
were
was like,
sleeping around.
No, I wasn't. But
no,
what is this like? Is this an interrogation? Yeah, I don't know. You were the cops. Dang, yeah, I wasn't. No, okay. But yeah, but it's a lot of what. Looking back on the whole situation, any cancellation that anyone it comes from like shame, like expose, like there's a lot of comics that like if information would come out about them, you're like, yeah, we figured they were doing that because they say they're So I just had elevated myself, not that I was doing that I was. I guess I don't know what people thought I was doing after a show. They were like, "You're going home and like reading the Bible," or in like I don't know what. I don't know what they thought I was doing, but I was just doing. People say this all the time. They were like, "Dude, if you were just like in the comedy clubs, like working at that's like what your behavior was like a Thursday night." But does that make sense? Like, but 100%. if you're like drinking at like Losers, like that's fine. But if you're a priest, you're like, dude.
Yeah. You can't be doing that.
You can't be down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just don't. So
what was the final straw? Like, how did the cancellation occur?
Well, okay. So like there was like anybody that I was like interacting with, it's like nobody really discusses this, but when I was like having a lot of those like relationships is when I was like zero. Like I was not making any money. I had no fans. I had no success. I'm like, dude, you're like trying to get with the opener. Like I'm not popular. I'm not famous. I'm making $100 a night.
Yeah.
But I was real like sad and like lonely. I was just trying to fit in, trying to connect wherever I could find love. And so then you kind of like start gaining success and popularity and like people that knew you at the level you were at don't like that.
So what was like your claim to fame?
I mean, the first probably video that I ever made that went like viral was like this video called it was like Honest Football Coach. I like was literally I went on the field after a football game and I was like, these kids are terrible. I mean, I was like, I don't know why we're like, no excuses. I got 22 excuses, 11 on my offense and 11 on my defense. These kids are terrible. Like, I don't know why everybody says it's a team game. It's not a team game. These kids are horrible. Like I was basically, if a football coach could be honest.
Yeah, this is what they would say.
Yeah, so I dressed up as a football coach, went out onto a field with my cameraman after a real game.
That's hilarious.
And everybody, like people still come up to me today, like in airports, and be like, dude, are you still coaching? I go, oh, well, I was never coaching, but all the best videos are the ones that are like I think that guy, like I was a weatherman one time, and I went out into the snow. I flew out to Denver, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why you have me reporting out here in the weather. You can see that it's snowing. Why do I have to report in the snow? And everybody's like, I can't believe that weatherman said that. He might have just lost his job, which is
that's hilarious.
The beauty of all comedy, really.
Yeah,
because you really scroll the internet and you go, is this real?
Dude, my favorite was the 97%.
No, oh, yeah,
that was great. That's great.
Said, that's my favorite video. That was also the last one I posted. So that's how far back you went on my feed. Yeah, but thanks. Yeah. Hey. Yeah, that's one of my favorite bits was the last one you posted yesterday.
Yeah, basically.
No, I feel that. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying you're funny.
It's true. Well, it's any comedy.
Wait, is that actually true?
Yeah, that is true.
Please tell me how that went down.
Okay, well, I was in like a therapy or like a counseling session, and they were like, I didn't say the rest of it, but they go, are you attracted to men or women? They asked me all those questions. Do you drink? Do you do drugs? Do you smoke? 'Cause they're trying to get a idea of your mental health. And they go, are you attracted to men or women? And I was like, women. And she said, so you're heterosexual? And I was like, yes. And then she goes, what percent? And I was
what
like,
percent?
What percent? I go, what percent heterosexual am I? I go, and I'm trying to think to myself, I go, And then the jokes on after that are obviously made up. I didn't say any of that stuff, but I go, I follow Zac Efron on Instagram. I can't be 100. Like, or like what would make, like, you're like, I don't know, dude. I mean, like, I saw Barbie. Like, how does that make me, like, yeah. Or I like soccer. Like,
so
I can't be 100%. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know, 97. That's what I said.
Okay, that's great.
Which is just a funny concept.
It is.
Because
Who asked? Like,
the therapist. Yeah, I thought it was like an all or nothing.
I know that, but I'm like, it's all or nothing.
But it's not. Like if I was like in the gym, like working as like a very good looking, like cut up guy.
I love how you said, if I was.
If I was. I'm trying to think of a gym scenario where a guy would be shirtless. It'd be it's lame, but.
Oh,
I
dated one of those.
At the gyms you go to. Yeah. They would be like, if I saw a guy that was like, I could appreciate that. That's a good looking guy. I don't know why that's funny. In 2023, really, I think that's hilarious. Yeah. No, but that's the funny idea of it. That you go, what percent heterosexual are you? 100?
Like, what kind of question? Yeah.
100? 100.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not.
No.
99%.
Well, like Clorox. They were like, we kill the germs at like 99.9. They don't say 100.
Okay, 99.9.
No one can say 100. Yeah, 99.9.
Okay.
That seems fair.
Very fair.
Because you can't say, I was like, I don't know. I would never, I'm like sexually attracted to a man ever. But we do like, I don't know. I do sometimes, I don't know. I like to wear sandals sometimes. I don't know if that counts. Just saying, just throwing that out there.
I cannot.
Yeah,
okay.
One time I rented a car and it was a Prius and I was like, I'll take it.
Oh, wow.
I know. That loses.
I rented a car one time and it was a mystery car. And I was like super excited about this.
Oh yeah. What'd you get?
It like had no air. I was like, what is this? I thought it was going to be something exciting.
You can't afford to lose points. Yeah. I mean, if you walk by like a Banana Republic, if you go in as a man, that's a gay man store.
No, it is not.
Banana Republic? What?
No, it is
Yes, it is. Banana Republic.
John.
Gay guys shop there. That's fine also, but I'm just saying, I don't think this is groundbreaking information.
What?
Banana Republic?
You're also wearing Wranglers, let's be real.
Nah, what's up, dude? Well, yeah, I didn't know we were sitting on a white couch, but
okay.
These usually aren't in the shot, to be fair, of a podcast, but here we are, full body.
God help me. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes there's just times in life to where it's tough. You don't know which direction to go. You don't know what decision to make, and you just feel stuck. I've been there plenty of times before, and I guarantee you I'll be there again. And that's where BetterHelp has come into play. There are times where I just need help getting on the right path. I need some advice. I need someone to call me out for where I am wrong. And that's where BetterHelp is absolutely amazing. I've benefited from therapy, and I'm pretty sure that you guys will too. So if you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. You just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, And what I love is you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Not one therapist works for everyone. Sometimes you need to find a few to find the one that sticks. So let therapy be your map with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/Savannah today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Savannah. This episode of Unlocked is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Let's face it, sometimes multitasking can be, well, overwhelming. Like when your favorite podcast is playing and the person next to you is talking and your car fan is blasting, all while you're trying to find the perfect parking spot. But then again, sometimes multitasking is easy. Like quoting with Progressive Insurance, they do the hard work of comparing rates so you can find a great rate that always works for you, even if it's not with them. Give their nifty comparison tool a try, and you might just find getting the rate and coverage you deserve is easy. All you need to do is visit Progressive's website to get a quote with all the coverages you want, like comprehensive and collision coverage or personal injury protection. Then you'll see Progressive's direct rate, and their tool will provide options from other companies all lined up and ready to compare, so it's simple to choose the rate and coverages that you like. Press play on comparing auto rates. Quote at progressive.com to join over 29 million drivers who trust Progressive. So stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
So a lot of your jokes, I feel like it has to come from trauma.
Well, you only saw one, first of all.
No, I watched a few.
I would say any comic, any comedian, there's humor in pain, right? There's no, if you wake up, your parents call you, they tell you they love you, somebody cooks you a nice, well-rounded breakfast, you check your bank account, it's full. Like,
I like that day.
Yeah, we would, but it's not funny.
No.
What's funny? You try to pay for your coffee, it's overdrafted. Someone dumps you. Your car breaks down, but the humor is in pain.
So do you welcome pain?
I don't go look for it, but it comes. It's better it's like Taylor Swift when she gets somebody breaks up with her. It's like, well, it's going to be a great album, unfortunately, but we don't like it for her. But here we are. Yeah.
Okay.
It's mostly like that. Yeah, you don't look for it, but it is your way of like coping with it. Is there? Let me ask you: is there things in your life, in your personal life, that they know not to make jokes about?
No, but I also make jokes about it.
But it helps you.
It does.
Helps you feel better.
Yeah.
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 You understand that?
Yeah.
So you go, man, that is like, I was in rehab in 2019, and when I went, I was very depressed, not suicidal, but very
What led to that?
When I got publicly canceled. So basically, publication wrote an article about me, all these things that I described.
That's what I was trying to ask, was how the cancellation occurred.
Oh, yeah, we should have just said that.
Around the bush.
Oh, no, my bad. Yeah, I messed that up.
So
basically, there was a lot of like rumors going around on like Twitter. They're like, because I had like a Netflix special and like the late night shows, and it was just like my stock was just like, and people were trying to be like, hey, that guy's not a Christian.
Yeah.
Like he's like, he drinks. Hey,
I love Jesus, but I like to cuss a little.
Well, I think it's a T-shirt at Target. Yeah. Yeah. So basically, my tour got canceled.
What?
Because I was performing in a lot of churches, and you can't do that. Yeah. Which is everybody out here. Everybody they're like, yeah, what's up, dude? Let us know when you're touring again.
Jesus turned water into wine.
Yeah. Well, tell that to Twitter. Yeah. So then I was like, I didn't have anything to do. And I was, to be fair, I was very like sad. Basically, I think when you're presenting this life and then you live this life,
it's tough.
No matter what it is, you're like, I have a quote secret.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be immoral, just like you're living incongruent with who you are as a person. Mm-hmm. So now I was off tour for like 4 months, and I was very sad. And I was kind of going to therapy a little bit because I was just I grew up with a lot of like shame in church. Does that connect with you or no?
I think just the way I grew up was like there was a separate set of standards for women and men.
Okay, yeah.
So like the guys could sleep around, but if a woman sleeps around, oh dear God.
Well, that's like not to mention the school you went to, but we went to the same kind of school.
Yes.
If a girl got pregnant, she was kicked out.
Yes.
The guy would stay.
Yeah, same thing.
Because it's associated with the shame associated visibly with the quote sin she has committed, which is insane.
It's insane.
That's insane.
But that's why I say it makes people hate Christianity.
Yeah, fair.
Because of all of the mess that's surrounding.
And that's what everybody's response to like all of our tours now are like way bigger than they were before. Because they're like, that's like.
But we've seen it firsthand.
1,000 times.
Just like we just said, Jason Aldean.
Yeah, everybody. And that's not even.
Canceled and he's skyrocketing.
You can't. Everybody goes, well, this doesn't seem fair to.
For you to be successful, or
no, it's for me to be like, all right, he shouldn't be allowed to not work.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What?
Exactly.
Like, if you don't like him, that's fine.
But the other people will.
You can't. You just say like, what do you want? What would you like? What would you like? Like I always would like when the Morgan Wallen thing happened. I was like, what would your punishment be?
Yeah.
What is fair? Can he never sing again? Can he never?
That backfired too.
Yeah, of course it did, because it always does. Every time.
It does every time. I mean, hey, I even say it with my family situation.
Yeah.
Scandal. It's helped in certain ways.
Well, yeah,
I'm like, you gotta find the positives.
Yeah. No, if you want to play this game, whichever way. I mean,
it's all a game.
Yeah, it is.
It's all a game.
If you don't recognize that, I don't know what you're doing. If you could shut it all down tomorrow.
Yeah.
If you want to play it, which we do, you have to, then the good and the bad, it's fine.
So,
and if somebody hates you, if somebody says, I can't stand, it's fine.
I don't care.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. We can shake hands now. We were like, hey, all good, not for everybody. We can go our separate ways. Everybody wins.
Everyone wins.
Everybody wins.
Okay, so when you went to rehab, was this before or after like your very public relationship?
After.
After.
Yeah.
So did that like do you in pretty good too?
I don't. I'm not trying to like skirt around it. I just like what has been said about it is untrue.
Okay. I don't know what's been said.
It really had nothing to do. It was unrelated. I went to rehab in November 2019.
Okay.
That relationship ended like in the summer.
Okay.
Of 2019.
So it was just old news.
It wasn't old news, but no one knew about it, so everybody thought that was. The two situations were together. Yeah, they weren't.
I remember seeing stuff on social media, and I could never put two and two together.
Yeah. You're like, I should reach out to him. Hope he's okay. Nah, I'll talk to him in 5 years on my podcast. I hope he's doing all right. Good luck to him. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
I didn't reach out to you either.
Yeah, it's fine.
To be fair,
you're pretty shitty too. Yeah. So we're on the same level.
Yeah, it was all like. I mean, I was like drinking a ton back then, and I knew that like it was kind of like this spiral of like people, like when I first started just making jokes, I just like to make jokes, comedy with my buddies.
Yeah.
And like in my frat house, we were just like making, and then like I was doing the jokes at my church, and I would just make these jokes for my church, and it was funny. And then somebody goes, you should start a YouTube. And this is back in what, 2010, so something like that. Like, you should start a YouTube.
You're old.
I put these, okay, well, here we are. And I started making these jokes on YouTube, and then they started getting popular. And then I remember the first time someone like said something negative about me. I was like,
you're distraught.
Oh, for months. I wouldn't even come out of my house.
What?
Somebody goes, this guy is harmful, and this is not funny, and this is disrespectful to Christ or something like that. And I'm like, I'm a Christian. I'm a what? He gave me my humor. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's from the Lord. Yeah. So if I make fun of somebody, it's not me. I'm a vessel. Yeah. Exactly. No, yeah. And I was like, wait, what? And I just wasn't. Now, if someone says something critical of me, or you like, I hear it all day. It doesn't. It's like, all right, and it doesn't have any power over you. But it did. It was like people were saying things that, and it doesn't do you any good to really go back and argue. No. Sometimes though, I just lose my cool, and I'm just like, I just have to. I do too. Yeah. And you just want to like find out where they live and go to their house. I know. Do you? Yeah, I do. No, you can't do it. Look, and then on their profile, it's like mother, lover of Christ. Yeah. I'm like, chick. Yeah. That is not what you just said in my comments. Yeah. It happened to me yesterday. I mean, it happens every day. It happens every day. And you go, 1,000 people could say,
you're great.
Yeah, and then you go you ever look at their profile? You go, I want to see what they're about.
Yeah,
and then you go,
I do.
Yeah, and you scroll, and you just like, ugh. And they have like their pronouns in their bio and like all not to get into that, but you're like, oh, I already know who you are. I don't know you, but I know you. Yeah,
I know.
Is that fair to say or no?
Yeah,
yeah, I got it.
Hey,
yeah, I got it.
It's a free country. You can say what you want to say.
I got it.
So so rehab.
Oh, as I went there, how like laughter is like a good medicine.
Yeah.
It's like you've been through very traumatic. To make joke, like we were in the. I remember I
make jokes. I got a call.
But if somebody else makes a joke that you don't know,
I got a call the other day, and they're like, "Hi, we need to speak to Julie Chrisley." I was like, What's up? I was like, what?
Yeah.
Well, she's not available. They're like, well, we need to speak to her. I was like, well, you can go to a federal prison and you can ask to speak to her.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, I'm so sorry. Have a good day. And I was
She was joking or no?
No, she was so nervous. I was like, well, she's currently sitting in federal prison, so I'm not sure how she can help you with that.
Both of your parents are in prison?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's hard. I can't imagine. Yeah. But it's like humor is what happened to me when I was it's like so sad. Like that is like when you see someone make light of something with humor, it's like, no, you don't understand what they're doing. They're in a lot of pain. And like I remember being like so down. I was just so down that I couldn't and then I remember I started to like kind of feel better, started to like have a little bit of optimism. Like, or like, I could see a path forward.
Yeah.
And my buddy, I'll never forget this. He put his arm around me one day and he goes, hey, it looks like you're doing really well in here and you're making a lot of progress. I just want to let you know, don't take suicide off the table just yet. And I was dumb. It's the funniest thing I've ever. It's terrible. But it's so funny. It's like so. It was so across the line, and he said it dead serious. Because I was like that when I came in. I was like, I don't know what's the point of being alive. And then I started to it was just. I still laugh at that today, like 4 years. Like so. Like, dude, you cannot say that, but it was so therapeutic.
Yeah.
It was so therapeutic.
Because I think it's therapeutic because you're past that point.
Yeah.
That you're like, all right, I made it to the other side.
And if you were like, I'm going to go to whatever hater, you're like, I'm going to go to their house and one of your friends is like, well, you're pretty familiar with jail, so that's not a problem. Like or for example, hypothetically, don't look at that.
Right now?
Yeah, they would say that exactly.
Right now, I would probably punch someone down.
I'm not saying to say it. I'm saying hypothetically in another world, if someone was to say that, you would be like, you have to know that they loved you.
Oh, yeah, if they loved me, but if it was just some random asshole.
Of course, you'd be mad.
Like if you were to say it to me, I would probably punch you in the face.
If I would, but I didn't. But I'm saying hypothetically, in a scenario where a joke like that was to be made in the future, I would never. But it takes nothing away from the
seriousness of it.
Yes. Yeah. It's actually very therapeutic because you're like, dude, if we can't we've done shows in maximum security prisons. We've done. How? I'm not in there. I was going to do a show.
Well, I mean,
I don't know. They have I don't know.
To even just go in there, it's a process.
Oh yeah, we was up in Minnesota. It was a maximum security prison, and we did a roast. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
Stop.
I want to go. In the Middle East, we did the Kuwait, a military tour. Yeah. We've done you know what? Would you know what a crisis pregnancy center is?
Yeah, it's just that a crisis pregnancy center.
I thought it was a Christian thing. Not that you're not Christian. No. I'm just saying, do you know what that is?
It's a crisis pregnancy
It's like center. If you go to get help, yeah. It's
That's what you said it is.
Yeah, we homeless shelters, AA meetings. What my point is, these places that are what you would call, quote, desperate situations. It must be hard to do comedy in there. I go, no, the opposite.
Why? How do you, when you find yourself in a maximum security prison?
Yeah.
How are you making a joke?
Oh, you make it like, dude, look at this guy. This guy's not getting out of here. I mean, look for sure. Like, I bet they love you, or like, I don't know. You come up with it when you're out there. Yeah, but they think that's funny.
Yeah.
Or you make a joke about what they look like, or like, oh, I didn't know. What's that guy's name? I didn't know Phil from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was in here. That's cool. And everybody, I remember that joke specifically from that show. I remember I was looking out at everybody. They all were kind of gathering in, and I was just kind of making like observations about what people look like.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and dude, and they made some jokes about me. Like they roasted me because they had like looked me up, and they did a roast of me, and it was all like, dude, when you do a show like when you're coming up as a comic, you do a show on like a cruise ship.
Yeah,
it's like. That's the worst because they're like entitled, like make me laugh. Like they have the 7:00 show and then they go to the casino at 8.
Yeah,
people are like,
on a cruise?
They're like, dang, well,
that's all you can eat.
Hey, everybody doesn't live where you live. So let's keep that in mind.
Okay. Continue.
Wait, you think most people think a cruise is rich. You're saying from your perspective, a cruise is poor?
No.
That's what you're saying. No, that's what you definitely is what you said. Walk me through that. How that people could literally work at their job for 3 years to save up money to go on a cruise, and you're saying I would never associate with those people. That's what you're saying.
I've been on a cruise before.
A lot of people that listen to this go on cruises, and I defend them. You're against them.
You're just doing that to turn people against me.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. Say it again. I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, so you started on a cruise ship.
That's when you're a comedian, you kind of start at like doing whatever. So they were like, you want to go on the cruise, and you're like, they're like, ugh, where's Kevin Hart? Like they're ready to. They're not like when I do a show in Bowling Green. They're so happy that you like came there. They're like, this is unbelievable. They're thrilled. The show is unbelievable. It would always be unbelievable.
Yeah.
Paducah, Kentucky. They're like, this is incredible. You do a cruise.
Why are you picking out Podunk Downs?
No, I didn't say that's where my family's from, but yeah, make fun of it, I guess, if you want to. That's fine. Paducah, Kentucky is not Podunk. It's the gateway to the Midwest. It's a great city. I'm not even making jokes. Have you seen the levees next to the river? The murals? You haven't? Okay. Same with have you ever been on a cruise?
Yes, I've been on a cruise.
You have?
Yes.
What cruise line?
Carnival.
That's the worst one. You went on a Carnival cruise.
It was with a guy I was dating and his family.
Yeah. Was it like an Instagram promo or something
No.
like that? You had to make some stories out there. Hey, what's up? I'm out here on a Carnival cruise. Love these taquitos. That'd be a tough look for you. I'd be like, man, she's falling off.
She is falling off.
No disrespect to Carnival. I'm sure they're doing great.
No, yeah.
But
great.
they're like, if you're in more desperate of a situation, a cruise ship, rich people, no, not according to you, but yeah.
Okay. So
what I'm saying is, if you're the more like desperate of a situation, like the things that we laughed at in rehab was, God, it's so, like comedy is pain plus time, and sometimes what does some people say when you make a joke? Too soon.
Yeah.
Right. Too soon. You can't make a joke about that yet. It's not ready. And what a great you go to comedians. You either go to comedy shows or follow them online.
Is that how it works?
I'm just praying that the Lord would like just give me self-control right now. I was just in the middle of like telling a pretty compelling story, but you kind of interrupted it. No, it's your podcast though. It's your podcast. Yeah.
Go for it.
We're just gonna talk about how some things were unlocked in my life, but that's kind of the theme here. But I guess if we're not doing that today,
continue.
I forgot what I was talking about.
No, you are so ADHD.
No, I'm not. I took a test. I had a test, and they said it wasn't. You know how much a real ADHD test is?
How much?
Very expensive, like $3,000. Everyone that says they have it, by the way, doesn't. They haven't had a real test. And this is a true story. Don't even laugh. This is probably you can probably cut this. You're not gonna cut it because you're not gonna cut anything. And but if you want to get, I was like, I might be ADHD.
Yeah.
I was like, I asked my therapist to because psychiatrist would have to do that for you. It's $2,500.
Yeah, it's expensive.
To diagnose, you might not be diagnosed. So anybody that's running, it's like my personality. Like you don't.
You don't.
You don't. You drank too much coffee today. Yeah.
Okay, so
I was in the middle of the story.
Continue your story.
I forgot what we were talking about.
What were you saying?
Oh, this is what it was. You come to comedians. You either come to a show or you follow a comedian to press the boundary.
Okay.
Right? We all say, we can't say this. This guy.
Yes.
Dave Chappelle, the bits that you know of comedy are like, I can't believe he said that. Geez, yeah, I drive an Escalade, but can't afford a mic. That's fine. No, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. Don't worry about it. I got it myself. Now we got it. Is it going to stay? I'm not going to touch it. You come to comedians to press the boundary, right? You can say the things that we can't say. Right?
Yeah.
Especially.
But not in today's day and age. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's still what the comedian's job is. When people say, that's actually a great question.
Thank you.
That was a good question, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know about her interview skills, but that's a pretty good question, actually. No, I'm just joking. That's a joke.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
The comedian has to cross the line to make it funny.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not funny.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's what we say
every day.
It's not funny. It has to be like, I can't believe he said that to make it funny, right? So it used to be back in the early 2000s when the internet wasn't what it was. Like, to say something across the line, you had to go way.
Yeah.
And now all you have to say is like, I don't know if the vaccine was effective. And that is like, that's like, whoa, what? Like, because you can't say that. Yeah. So what the culture has done is brought the line of inappropriate all the way back to like right here.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to say anything that inflammatory to be.
But there are comedians that do. Like, I mean, you've got Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
I think he probably crosses the line, like, But
everybody thinks that.
Everyone thinks that. Exactly. Like,
that's what makes comedy great.
Yeah. Like, cancel culture with comedians right now. And I'm like, that's their job.
That's our job. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And if everyone was stop being so soft, we wouldn't have this issue.
If you can't, like Theo Vaughn, who lives here, good buddy of mine, he had a podcast episode with Roseanne 3 weeks ago, and they was making a joke, and then they deemed Roseanne was making a joke about how she deemed that the Holocaust didn't happen. A joke, but say what you want about the joke, not funny or whatever. They removed it.
What?
But if you go, okay, if the citizens of the country aren't responsible enough to know that is human, we're done. We're done.
Exactly.
Just wrap it up. Let's just all walk into the ocean. If you can't figure out,
like, what's the truth? What's a joke?
What's or what if you have all this information? If you can't surmise for yourself what you're, if I say, hey, you're not responsible enough or mature enough to handle this information, like, what?
Yeah.
How disrespectful to the citizens to say you shouldn't be allowed to hear this. Like, that should not even it should terrify everybody.
Yeah.
That should terrify, even when we would make jokes about, like, during COVID, we would make jokes about it, and it was like they were either removed or you get warnings, or you're like, wait, what? So
I can't even speak about it.
We can't even say the word. That should terrify.
The first time you said the word on here, I was like,
yeah, sorry.
Like, no, but it's like we shouldn't even
keep all the embarrassing stories about me, but cut that. Yeah,
no, but you know what I mean, though? Like, we shouldn't even be scared about that, but we are.
Not scared. Yeah, you should. If you
go against the grain, it's gonna affect your income.
But not from a governing body. Like, if you say something across the line and then people go, we're offended by that. Yeah. That should be allowed.
Yeah, 100%.
But not somebody Instagram shouldn't take you down.
No.
Like, if I say something that, like, and then I sell less tickets, that's how life works.
Yeah.
And you should be allowed to be, it's got way too serious, but allowed to be offended by something. Because you have children, or that you go, I'm not going to support it.
But other people can?
Yeah, so if you had a problem with me in 2019.
God, tons of them.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, you could go, oh, it's not for me, but you don't get to
cancel me completely.
But a lot of people, like, that's your opinion, and that's fine. You're more than welcome to have that.
Yeah.
But and then there's, like, look at the people you follow on the internet. That's who you like.
Yeah.
You like what they like. Let me decide if they do something, because I'm trying to think of a reason to why you would unfollow someone. You'd be like, I don't like their.
Why would I unfollow someone?
If they just got annoying, probably they got.
Yeah, I unfollow people who that preach their beliefs and narratives while just like, if you don't believe what I believe,
you're out.
You're out.
Yeah,
those are the people I unfollow because I believe that we can believe differently. But sit down, have a conversation, agree, and
this is the way you
disagree.
should believe, and if you don't, you're a you're a racist. Or you're like, what?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I just did an interview with Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey.
Flex. Wow, name drop. We get it. I'm gonna brag about it. Yeah.
No, but we sat down and he said, and like he told me, he was like, he's a Democrat, but he was like, me and President Trump had a great relationship.
Yeah.
We were able to talk about things and give different insights. And to me, that was a big thing, was like, okay, you can agree to disagree and still work effectively.
Fine. And if you just say, I don't want to go to dinner with that guy again, that's fine. Why do women... I was just thinking about this. Why do girls, if they have something to say... I only say this because only women do this. It's not they do it while they're putting on makeup, so it looks like, oh, I'm like, this is what I'm doing, but like, oh, by the way, but we know that's why you're saying it.
Well, but
does it look like maybe it's like a little bit more casual, like whatever, I'm just like doing my makeup?
Maybe that, or maybe
does that seem like there's a lot of that going on?
Yes, or maybe they're not 110% confident in what they're saying,
but they are with
need a little bit.
What's it called when you do different up here and then down here?
What? A contour?
Contour, yeah, not contour.
We should do it on you one day.
No.
Yeah, that'd be great.
I don't want to get re-canceled.
Remember, you're 97%.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. That would take me down to 96 for sure. I would lose some points for that.
I think it would be great.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of like, you know what I'm thinking about? And they're like
Yeah, I just think they're not necessarily confident in what they're saying.
So you can't just get on there and say it. You got to be, like, if you're like, have a very specific thing, but you're like driving. It's like, oh, by the way, I'm just like saying this, but I'm on the way to what's more important.
But when I'm like heated about something, I'm like speaking direct.
Yeah.
Because I firmly believe in what I'm saying.
You're already made up.
I'm made up. Done.
Oh, yeah. You got to come out. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Your makeup person, you're like, hey, come to the house to do my makeup because I'm going to do a TikTok.
No, I do it myself.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, we had this conversation.
Yeah. Hair and makeup. Yeah, there's 97 people here that are in charge of something on you. So,
John,
I'm just kidding.
Coming from the guy wearing Wrangler.
No, yeah.
Continue.
You can wear a pair of Wranglers. You're from here.
No, I'm not from here.
You know, I don't gather you like particularly country though.
No.
People think you're country.
Like my accent, people do, but I don't think it is.
Where was the show at? Was that in L.A.?
Atlanta.
It was?
Yes.
Oh yeah. See, Atlanta's not country.
Yeah, it was Atlanta.
It's like southern, but it's not.
And then I moved to Nashville
like Buckhead
17.
or something?
No, it was in Gwinnett.
Really?
Really?
Nobody lives there anymore, though. Can you say the neighborhood or no?
It was shoot. It was a gated neighborhood. It was I forgot.
None of the people in that neighborhood would ever go on a cruise, is what you're saying. I got it.
You know, we'll go on a cruise one day, okay?
You don't know the name of it? We don't have to say it.
River Club.
No.
Here we are.
Yeah, that should be the title of the podcast.
That's going to be the title of the podcast.
That's where it was?
Yeah.
What year to what year?
I don't know.
You don't know. Sorry.
Why does it matter?
Yeah. I was just trying to get to know you, but I guess we're not doing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask me more about my cancellation.
Okay.
So I'd rather prefer to talk about that.
Okay. But you're back. You're back from your cancellation.
No, I mean, I was never really gone, but yeah.
Okay. You're never really gone.
Well, no, I was gone. But then COVID happened.
Yeah. COVID really killed stand up.
It's good for me, though.
Really?
What? COVID was great for comedians.
Oh, it was?
Oh, yeah.
How? But you couldn't perform live.
No, but everybody, I mean, once it started, like, the culture where you can't say stuff, or like when comedy's best when the world's a little bit upside down.
Okay.
Like when everything's kind of like, you know, living in a gated neighborhood and, you know, you got an Escalade. But when you know, things kind of get a little.
It's like when my parents go to prison.
Great comedy. I wouldn't make a joke about it. It's way too soon. I don't make it. You're freaking me out with these jokes. I'm not going to make them. Because they watch.
No.
They watch the podcast?
No.
They don't.
What do you think they've got? Computers up in there?
Oh, no. I read some articles. It's pretty loose.
No. So not true.
It's not true.
No.
Okay. So they're not going to watch this?
No.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to make any jokes. Yeah. I'll go do a show there. Oh, they're at different spots.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
See, I did my research. That's the difference.
We should.
I'm just joking with
that
you.
would be hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, once the
I
like
could be your camera crew.
That's a horrible idea. Yeah, she's like, is that what she yeah. I don't think she's allowed. She have a mustache. You got to do it disguise.
Okay, so.
Well, no, COVID was great for comedy because everybody, like you could now, there's this whole new jokes to be made.
Yeah.
Which was like, and all the, I would say all the comedians that were just in it for like, to try to be famous.
Yeah.
Like it's a kind of a quick route to that.
Okay.
What I would consider myself, you could ask other people, but like a purist of, I just like to do it.
Oh, so you're just like the best. It just comes down.
No, and I'm saying the opposite of that if you were listening. But what I'm saying is, we just, whenever I make a joke, I don't listen. I don't look at you because I'm nervous.
Why are you nervous?
What I'm saying is we like.
You really haven't looked at me like barely this whole time. You look over there. You look over there.
Well, I'm just saying if I'm across the line because they're a better judge of it. They're like, hey, we're going to cut this out.
The line.
Like when during COVID, they were like, hey, everything's closed down, but we have this like show in a parking lot. Ooh. Or we were just like so compelled to do it because we love to do it. It didn't,
and people needed it.
Yeah, it didn't really matter if we weren't getting paid because they were like half the half capacity. Yeah. They were like, we couldn't, and we had to like kind of do it outside. And sometimes we did shows like in parking lots and people were in their cars, which is insanity. Insanity. And then they were like liking like if they would honk if they like liked the joke.
Stop.
It's dead serious. That's dead serious. They were like, yeah, it's like a scene from a movie or something like. I was like, this is wild. But it was like, that's not an idea. If you were just, what I'm saying is, if you just were trying to be famous, you would be gone.
Yeah.
Because that's too much of a barrier to, we were like, I'm trying to think of it's like an NBA player. You date a lot of them. Like an NBA player that if he was just in it to be famous or if he just loved to play basketball.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, the gym is not in the ideal situation. Or it's kind of dark or it's kind of late. He's like, I just love to play.
Yeah.
I got to play. That's how we were during COVID. Yeah. And everybody else is gone. And by the way, they never came back.
But.
Hey, let's go. Well, yeah, we just, I mean, we did shows in people's like living rooms or like anywhere we could like, we just had these thoughts about and everybody was like on the same page about what was going on in the world.
That's
Everyone
amazing.
is like if you make a joke now about like, let's say like, what's a TV show? What's a show that's like, that not everybody watches? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
If you went to the comedy club and did a Game of Thrones joke, if you didn't see it,
I wouldn't know.
I don't know either. I didn't know the show. But if you like, everybody knew what was going on, and you could just make jokes about like literally the press conference ahead, and everybody knew, and like everybody was getting canceled. But like you could like the way people were like can't like not. Like you had to be socially distanced in the airport, but then you sat next to.
You sat next to each other.
It's absurd.
Makes no sense.
It was so easy to do comedy. Does that make sense? Because everybody was like, "Wait, what?" Like people were wearing like 1 gallon jugs over their heads to like when they went to like the grocery store to like protect themselves from like all the homemade like masks and stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, dude,
I couldn't.
This is insane. And then there's always like the.
What was like your favorite COVID joke?
Oh, dude, I remember. I remember they go, hey, what's the guy? The guy goes, what's the guy driving in the car alone wearing a mask? Like, what are you doing, sir? Like, sir, what? Like, literally, I'm not even taking a side. What are you doing? And everybody's just like,
that is so.
I mean,
true.
dude, we went to Portland, and Portland's like. Not locked down now, but like for a lot. And I was like, hey, guys, everybody's wearing a mask. And I go, guys, this is like in 2021. I was like, or maybe 2022. I was like, the war's over. Like, we're not, like, we're
back to life.
Have you seen like Broadway? Like, we're good. Like,
we're good. Well, Nashville, I don't know if Nashville ever shut down.
No, Nashville never. Yeah. Well, that's why Nashville is so popular.
Yeah.
Because you apparently have lived here your whole life, which
I've lived here 8 years.
No, okay, but do you remember prior to COVID, Broadway was not cool.
No.
For locals.
For locals, no.
Never.
Like, the only time I ever went to Broadway was when I was like moved here at 17 and there was one bar I could get into underage.
Okay, well, let's make sure we know who that is. No, but it wasn't like you'd be like, we're going to Broadway. You're like, what? Yeah. We're not going on to Broadway. But then, so COVID happened, everything was shut down, and Broadway for some reason wasn't.
Yeah.
Because I remember like all those like super Republican guys that like own all those bars. They were like, they couldn't close down restaurants because restaurants were essential.
So they all started having food.
That had like peanuts and like popcorn to like, and then you would see, and then TikTok was like just starting to like be huge. Remember, it was like it's like a convergence of like, and then everybody was seeing these TikToks of Broadway, and it was
packed,
just packed, and it was like kind of like a finger in the air to COVID, I guess.
Here in Nashville, it was more towards our mayor.
Oh yeah, toward the mayor. Like yeah. And it's like these small businesses, these like musicians that still want.
Well, that was the hard part.
And we wanted to go down there to like support.
Was like I know one of the bar owners. Yeah. And he has.
Flex
hundreds of hundreds of employees.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm having to lay off people because I'm not making money. And this is affecting their families, their lives, their ability to put food on the table.
Remember. Yeah.
So it just became such a bigger thing than just that.
And then I think everybody from around the country was like, we can't like, I'm like stuck in my house. And we're like, everybody was like, nobody was going to work. So then they were like, what are they doing? Like, what? Remember that? It was packed.
It was.
And everybody goes, like, the people against it were like, this is ground zero.
Yeah.
For like, and then everybody was like, then I don't know when the bachelorette parties started.
Oh God, when that started back, oof.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
We're the #1 spot for bachelorette parties.
Really?
Yeah. We can maybe find you someone.
Oh, I don't think so. It's not really my type down there. Yeah.
Not really my type.
But you see him down there.
What is your type, John?
Well, Christian, I would say #1. So.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. I mean, it is, but yeah, I would say, I don't know. We don't have to. I have a girlfriend.
Do you?
Yeah, that's like one post back in my Instagram too. But
no, it was not.
Yeah.
How'd you meet your girlfriend?
In the DMs.
Oh, no way. Did she DM you or you DM her?
Well, I liked one of her posts.
You liked one of her posts?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's not one post back.
It's probably my tag photos.
No, it's not.
No, yeah. Isn't that the first thing a girl does?
No, it's not.
It's gonna be in there. It's on my tagged photos. I don't know. Yeah, it's not on the internet. It's more about my personal life, which I was like, wait, you shouldn't get into that, but you knew a lot about that. So,
I mean,
yeah.
Hey, I like to know it all.
Yeah, you like to know it all.
I like to know it all.
I guess we got into your dating life, so that's fair.
Mine, yeah.
I was gonna come 50%. You know.
Mine's just always a disaster.
It's not going good.
Nah.
Why do guys break up with you?
I break up with them. Okay.
All right, you do?
Yeah.
Why do what?
I broke up with one because he cheated on me.
That's fair.
And then I broke up with my fiance because that just was not working.
Because you went to jail?
No.
Oh, shoot. My bad. Sorry. I thought that was kind of like a theme. My bad. No, my bad. Cut that part out.
I cannot. It was toxic.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Yeah, so you got to just call it off.
There's the glass and you can't touch each other through it and stuff. I get that.
Dating you would be terrible.
I would be. Yeah, my girlfriend. Poor girl.
Yeah, poor girl. I'm praying for her.
No, so toxic, cheated on you.
So how does that help? Like, okay, so when you're in a relationship with someone, is it harder for you to, like, because obviously comedy gives you like an escape.
What are you about to say? Go, say it.
And when you're in a relationship, can you actually get deep with someone?
Yeah, I think the guy on stage is like not like.
That was a big pause.
I was thinking about it. Can you go deep in vulnerability and sincerity in a personal relationship? Is what you're saying? I mean,
that's where my mom was. My mom went in the gutter like yours.
That's not what I was thinking at all. My goodness. That's a pretty good joke. That's a good joke. As a comedian, it's a pretty good joke. Yeah. Way across the line, but it's a good joke. I would never say it. I think if you see me at the airport or a fan wants to meet
the comedian,
that guy,
yeah,
and that's not. I would say it's me. It's an exaggeration of me.
Okay.
But if I get down sometimes. I feel sad sometimes. I get depressed, you're like that's more like the stage person. And I try to kind of combine my real life and my public life a little bit more. I mean, that's what social media is kind of now.
So much. There's not even a photo of you guys on there, but continue.
Well, you're going to give her so much power. She'll be like, see, listen, women are united. That's what, Why don't you put me on your feed? Yeah.
No, just, you want to combine your personal life.
Now. She's your best friend now.
Your personal life and your
you're right.
work life.
You're right. You know what? That's hypocritical of me.
Yeah.
You're right.
It is.
Let me get that done.
I'm going to take credit for it when I see it. I'm going to be like,
thank you. You're welcome, Lydia. Yeah. You're taking credit. She's like, okay. Yeah. I think that like anybody, the stage persona is like you want to meet him she would know the real me. Yeah, if you're sad about something, if you're down about something, if something in your family, it's not for. Have you ever seen somebody like come to the internet with something? I was like, dude, that was for like your best friend. Like you don't have a best friend, so you're putting it here. That's not for us. Something very personal or very like across. You're like, dude. Talk to your therapist about that. That's not for us.
Well, I think it's different if it's a public figure doing it versus like just an everyday person.
But you have all kind of stuff that's private to you that it's not out here.
Not really.
You should. Yeah.
I should, but I don't.
Okay, maybe not.
It's all out there.
Yeah. You can find it. Go past one post in your social media feed. But it's out there.
Thank you. I explained it all.
Yeah, I think any public figure would want some level of like. At my show, sometimes I do like at the end of the show, I would talk. I mean, maybe look, I'm looking over there again. I'm not looking
I know. You're like afraid of me.
I would say probably 3 minutes at the end of my show. No, you're right. What do you think, my therapist? Yeah. That I would speak sincerely. That's true. I don't know why you're laughing. Yeah. I would speak sincerely about what my life or what's going on in me personally, and everybody always DMs like that was our favorite part.
That's awesome.
That was our favorite part.
Well, because you give people a good laugh, but then you also give people hope and like, hey, my life's not always a joke. It's not always funny. It is. And
laughter comes from pain. And we had a guy like suicide is like through the roof, and like you call like diseases of despair, which is like drug abuse, alcohol addiction, like these where like you're not really committing suicide, but you're like you don't care to live or thrive, right? It's like it's literally through the roof, and everybody thinks they're alone, and whether or not you're a Christian or not, I mean, that people like if you want to say the devil or evil or Satan or whatever you want, like somebody's like whispering to you that like you're not good, that you're a failure, that this planet would be better off without you, that nobody likes you. And then you get like, that's just naturally in a lot of people. Hey, this person is more successful than you. It's like and like everybody thinks they're like alone. Yeah. Everybody thinks they're alone, and that everybody else's social media contributes to, because everybody thinks everybody else's life is perfect.
Yeah, 100%.
So you go, oh, this is, and you try to maybe get ahead in life and it fails, and you're like, and then, but dude, when I was in rehab, there was a new person would check in every day with by the way, the most horrific of stories.
How long were you there?
Like 3 months.
3 months?
Yeah. Well, I went to 2 different places. But also it was like during COVID and I had nothing else to do, and it was actually very helpful to me.
Oh, okay. So you went, she had nothing else to do.
I didn't look over there, but I hear someone laughing. Is that someone laughing at my story about rehab? No, it's just I didn't look over there, but I'm pretty sure one of your employees. It's fine.
Okay, 3 months. No, you just went because you had nothing else to do.
Well, I mean, I don't want to diminish that it was very helpful to me.
Okay.
I'll be honest with you. It's the first time when I grew up, when you quote did something, there's a lot of shame in when like you mess up. Yeah. So like if you, let's say as a kid, you like want to, very innocuous things, you want to kiss a girl, or you want to smoke a cigarette, or you find a Playboy, or like something that you would say that is a pretty average.
Normal.
It was so heavy. Like my dad was a preacher, and like it was such shame that I got to take this to the grave. Yeah. That's not true, but that's what I thought.
That's how you lived.
That's how I lived. So you can imagine when people start saying things about me on Twitter, it's just just takes me so far down.
Yeah.
And then they go, and I was like, I'm a bad person, and like people were like, you should kill yourself. You're a monster. All these things that I go, trust me, you can't say anything worse than what I've already been saying to myself about who I am. So this got way too serious, but is that fair to say?
Yeah.
So when I was there, and I was like, I'm the worst person. I was like wearing a hoodie and like sunglasses. Like, no, everyone hates me. No one wants to talk to me anymore. I'm an outcast. I'm a failure. And they would just go. One of the therapists goes, hey, I just want to let you know that you're a good man. It's like and I go, I never heard, at 35 years old, never heard that in my whole life. They're like, might have made some poor choices, but like, you're a good man. You deserve life, and you deserve love, and you deserve happiness, and you deserve a future, and we're proud of you. Like, what? What? And then that
changed it.
That's, by the way, the only way anyone's ever going to get better.
Yeah.
If anyone comes after somebody else on the internet to shame them, it's not effective. You're not here for solutions. If somebody's publicly criticizing you on the internet, 100 times out of 100, they're not here for solutions. No. They're not here to hope you get better.
No, they're just here to cause problems.
They're here to cause problems, and they're also sad.
Yeah.
And they're going through it a lot. Mm-hmm. And putting someone else down makes them feel better. Which I get. And it's also, if you understand that, it's also very easy to forgive.
Yeah, 100%.
This person's I'm not the problem. Whatever. And so when you go, man, we went to a funeral like a couple months ago of a kid that committed suicide. There was 3,000 people at his funeral. So you go, wait, look at all these people that love you and care, and flew, by the way, from all over the country to be here. You must not have known that all these people
loved you.
How did you not know that?
Because
how did you not know that?
More times than not, people show up when you're dead.
Oh, yeah.
And not when you're alive.
Yeah. They show up to help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's like they show up too late.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's the biggest message, I think, is people show up way too late. And people show up a lot of times to make themselves feel better for not showing up presently.
Yeah. I wish I would have done something. Yeah. Because there's something on their conscience. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, he was like, we grew up very like, legalist. Like my parents were Mennonite. You know what that is?
No.
It's like kind of like it's like Amish with the TV.
Oh,
like Amish, but we have it like very, very
strict.
Very strict. And this kid who lived in the community that was like got into drugs somehow.
Yeah.
And he was like, if I tell any of these people, what?
Yeah. You're out.
You're out. And so he kept that all to himself, and he fought that battle as a 15-year-old for like 3 years, and finally just couldn't take it anymore. And that makes me so sad.
Well, it makes you sad too, because the fact that any religion gets to the point of teaching you that if you do wrong, you're gone.
Yeah.
And that's the toughest part.
What possible solution is there for anyone then?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you go, well, why not? That's why I see a lot of people leave it and then kind of go the opposite. We're like, well, there's no rules now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough line to.
I'm sure you had to go to like Bible class, did you?
Yeah, I went to Bible class.
Yeah, dude, a GAC. That's a nice gym y'all got in there.
I know.
Yeah.
And too, my Bible teacher, he was good looking.
A lot of money. Okay. Well, that's okay. Back to jokes, I guess. Back to jokes. Sorry, that was too serious.
Jokes, I guess. No, I do have to say, like, actually sitting down and talking to you, you're awesome.
That's offensive.
What do you mean?
Because you assume that I wasn't.
No.
Nah, kind of.
You just actually have depth.
Yeah. All right, I'll take that. Yeah.
Like, sitting and talking to you, you really are a freaking awesome person.
That's very kind of you to say. Yeah. Well, I get a lot of, let's say we get a lot of media requests. Mm-hmm. And this one came through and I go, huh. I was like, I don't know. Like, PR-wise, I don't know if I should associate with her. That's what I thought. But they kind of talked me into like, hey, listen, give her a second chance. And like a lot of what everybody says about her on the internet is not true. Yeah. And I was like, oh.
I'm glad that you gave me a second chance.
Yeah.
Glad you believed in me.
I don't know if I foresee a future of friendship between us.
Okay, that's fine.
But I started following you.
You did?
Yeah, so I'm trying to piece together what exactly is going on.
I think I started following you after you started following me.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
That sounds mature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I muted you, but I still follow you.
Okay, so
it's just like a lot of stories.
So I'm guessing that we can't go get a drink.
Well, I don't drink anymore.
I know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Was that from the bio? Where'd you learn that? Where'd you see that?
Because you went to rehab, so I figured you don't drink.
Still drink after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it doesn't take for everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. Wow. So, I mean, I wasn't really an alcoholic. I just said
I'll take you for an apple juice.
Yeah. Well, okay. I like to drink Red Bull.
Okay.
Go to Jason Aldean's. We'll have a Red Bull.
So you can get wings.
You don't hang around this town.
No, I mean I do. I hang out like a little bit.
Where?
I mean I go to Halls. I go to Losers.
Yeah. Oh, that's when I went.
Pub.
That's when I went there, and they were like, the whole restaurant's closed tonight. The one person has bought it out privately to eat here. I was like, really?
Shit.
And I was like, who was it? And they said it was you. And I was like,
no, you're such a lie. Oh my god. Well, thank you for taking time to come on.
Absolutely.
This was really enjoyable.
Yeah, it was fun. I don't.
New friends.
Let's do it.
Oh.
Let's go.